on News 11 6, New Yorkers are going mask free in some businesses beginning today. Reporter Katie Fongvongsa joins us with more on what this means for Syracuse University.
And inflation is rising at unprecedented levels. What this means for Amazon prices. Reporter Dillon Brendle is in studio with more.
And the long-awaited Syracuse versus Duke men's basketball game is just over 2 weeks away. Students, however, are struggling to get their tickets. The university's response tonight on Live and Stay. It all starts right now.
Your campus news leader.
Although COVID cases are declining, the economy is still facing the pandemic's effects in full force. Good evening, I'm Crowley.
And I'm Tyler Melito. Students are wondering what rising inflation means for the services they use most. The United States Bureau of Labor Statistics released its monthly report of inflation this morning. The Consumer Price Index rose 0.6% during the month of January. CitrusTV reporter Dillon Brendle now joins us live in studio and has more on what this means and how students are experiencing the effects. Dillon?
Thanks, Tyler.
The Consumer Price Index report shows
January inflation is 7.5% above 1 year ago today. This is the highest number since 1982 and above Wall Street projections. Today I spoke with students to find out if they are taking notice of the increased prices. SU junior Cassidy Thompson says she definitely has.
Around, but a lot of my friends are really upset by just like the rising gas prices. I was buying sugar the other day and that stuff was like $5. Ridiculous.
One of the biggest companies that will be hiking prices is Amazon, which will raise the yearly price of its Prime subscription service from $119 to $139. SU grad student Stephen Bogan says he's probably not going to pay the new price.
Honestly, maybe, because I don't even use it that much, so honestly, yeah, I might look into canceling it.
However, not all students think they can drop Prime. SU student Kylia Almeida says there's no other options.
I'm still gonna have Amazon Prime. I don't know, I don't want to say I feel like it's worth it. I also just feel like there's really no alternative.
Common feeling among students. I spoke to Whitman School Professor of Supply Chain Management, Dr. Patrick Penfield, who explained how long this will last.
The problem is that there was a lot of stimulus money that was really kind of pushed into the system last year. So it really caused this imbalance. And so unfortunately, I think at least for the first part of 2022, we're going to probably continue to see these cost increases.
But it's not all doom and gloom forever. Dr. Penfield says he expects to see positive trends in consumer prices by the latter half of 2022. That's all I have. Back to Liam at the desk.
Thanks, Dylan. If you thought you missed out on Duke tickets, you just scored some luck. SU announced in an email this morning that the student section is expanding for the February 26th showdown. This comes due to an unprecedented demand from students. There's a limited amount of tickets left for $35. They are available online or at the Dome box office.
The new Student and Family Programs Office is hosting an orientation leader recruitment event tomorrow. Recruitment will be on Zoom from 1 to 2 in the afternoon. Orientation leaders welcome incoming students to campus and prepare for the Syracuse Welcome event. Applications are due on Handshake by Friday, February 18th.
And Black History Month celebrations continue here on campus. Tomorrow morning at 9, the 10-day Euclid Art Walk will open to students. The walk will feature the Black Artists Collective as well as art submitted by local artists and students. The art tour will highlight how young people are rewriting their narratives and becoming the heroes of their own stories.
And celebrations continue tomorrow night. The Office of Multicultural Affairs is hosting the 18th annual Wells Link Transition Ceremony featuring keynote speaker Nick Stone. Stone is a best-selling author whose work explores issues of racial and economic injustice, equity, and implicit bias. The ceremony will be from 4 to 6 p.m. in Hendrick's Chapel.
And with Super Bowl Sunday just around the corner, reporters are looking at more than tackles and touchdowns to bring to the show to our screens. Newhouse Sports Media Center Director Olivia Stomsky is giving students an inside look at the behind-the-scenes action needed to produce the largest sporting event of the year. You can join the talk tonight at 8 o'clock. Register beforehand at calendar.syracuse.edu.
In wake of other northeastern states, New York is following along in easing mask mandates. CitrusTV reporter Katie Fongvongsa will discuss what this means right now here in studio. Katie, what's going on?
Thank you, Tyler. New York's indoor mask mandates for businesses expire today. Governor Kathy Hochul announced yesterday that she is pleased with the decline of new cases by 90% and hospitalizations by 60%. Those were key for Hochul's decisions as her temporary mandate was in response to the spike of the Omicron variant back in December. Counties, cities, and businesses can decide if they want to continue enforcing their own mandate. The decision to ease masking in schools remains up in the air. Officials will review positivity rates, hospitalizations, and vaccination again early March. Hochul will wait until after midwinter break to reevaluate. She knows students will likely travel and hopes to continue on the downward trend of reducing the spread of COVID-19. Following Governor Hochul's announcement, Vice Chancellor J. Michael Haney sent out an email to SU students Wednesday afternoon. Haney plans to readjust accordingly. Onondaga County has seen a 41% drop in cases and 20% in hospitalizations. The county will follow Hochul's new guidelines. Haney says in the next 7 to 10 days, the university and its health team will monitor campus and CNY numbers. SU may ease down to Code Blue, which requires all individuals to mask up in classrooms and recommend those vaccinated and boosted in indoor settings. Those unvaccinated will be required indoor and outdoor to wear their mask. The university's positivity rate is below 2% and wastewater testing results are not detectable. The hope for pre-pandemic normalcy will continue to grow as there is a decrease in all trends. Back to you guys.
Katie, thank you. New details on those COVID-19 numbers on campus. There are currently 76 cases here at SU, an increase of 2 cases since yesterday. Among those are 12 new student cases and 3 new employee cases. 3 people currently are in quarantine, and as Katie mentioned, the surveillance positivity rate still stands at 2%.
SUNY ESF officials are confirming that the son killed by his father was an ESF student. Isaac Eames was an Onondaga County deputy who shot his son Troy, his wife Karen, and the family dog Monday morning before killing himself. His wife Karen still remains in stable condition. There will be a vigil tonight in Liverpool for the Troy and Eames deaths.
The Syracuse City School District is continuing to discuss last week's stabbing at Fowler High School. Community advocate Kayla Johnson was at the school and says parents did not know what was happening that day. They only received a phone call from the principal saying that a student had been stabbed. She says a disconnect between students and administrators is part of the reason the situation escalated to violence.
Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and SU is celebrating in a special way. Hendrick Chapel is celebrating Orange Love this year with events leading up to February 14th. And with more details on what is happening tonight is CitrusTV reporter Tyler O'Neill. Tyler, what can you tell us?
Thanks, guys. There's no better way to celebrate Valentine's Day this year than right here at Hendrick Chapel. Tonight they will be holding a vow and renewal commitment ceremony. Brian Kogel, the Dean of Hendricks, will be hosting that event tonight. He says that event is not only about rekindling your love with your Orange loved ones, but also with the Orange community.
But I also think that there's a broader way, that part of what it means to be a member of the Syracuse University campus community is to love others as we wish to be loved ourselves. It's about a commitment to ensure that our lives make a positive difference in the lives of others.
Music and also dancing at this live event. There will be a special appearance from Otto the Orange, and Coco strongly encourages everyone to attend the event, especially during these challenging times.
We can't promise that tomorrow is going to be better, or next week, or next month, or even next year. But what we can promise is that we will journey with each other through the ups and the downs and the thick and the thin.
SU will be holding other Valentine's Day events leading up to Valentine's Day, including Valentine's Day grams that you can get in your inbox. They will be in your email. multiple days before Valentine's Day. All you gotta do is sign up on their website. Reporting live from Hendrick Chapel, I'm Tyler O'Neill for Citrus TV News.
Tyler, thank you. The latest in New York State, 3 Starbucks locations in Manhattan and Brooklyn are looking to follow Buffalo's lead and unionize. The employees are hoping to vote March 3rd. This comes as over 60 Starbucks stores across the country have tried to unionize over the last couple of months. Employees reference years of declining trust between partners and corporate as their reasons for their efforts. And Liam, as we saw in Tyler's live shot, there's snow on the ground, it looks pretty cold, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of done with it.
It looks pretty cold, but I actually ditched the jacket today because there was high 40s-ish, still a pretty cold breeze. We're hoping the weather looks up going forward. Zach Richter is in studio. Zach, how is weather looking for the future?
Well, thanks, guys. Well, we will start to see some warmer temperatures the next few days. As we take a look outside right now, it's 37 degrees, but it feels a little bit colder. It feels like 25 due to those winds gusting over about 15 miles an hour. Current temperatures in our area, most of them all above freezing, actually. Binghamton 38, Ithaca 38, Elmira 35. That's why we saw the precipitation that we saw today was falling as rain, not snow. But the real field temperatures are colder than 32, which is why it's still feeling a little bit colder. And tonight it's going to drop down to 28. It's going to feel like 13 with 10 to 15 mile an hour winds. So it's really going to start to feel colder. You're going to need a heavy jacket because those winds will be affecting the temperature. Future temperatures tonight. It's going to be 36 at 8 o'clock, and the temperatures will start to go down around 4 a.m. and 2 a.m. It's going to be below freezing, but the temperatures will feel much colder. I can't stress that enough. It will feel around 10, 11 before it starts to get above the 30s tomorrow morning. I'll be back with the 5-day forecast in just a bit. Guys, I'll send it back over to you for now.
Thanks, Zach. And when we return on News Live at 6, President Joe Biden refocuses his agenda on prescription drug prices.
And the libel suit between Sarah Palin and the New York Times is beginning today. Stay with us.
OTN is on all your favorite apps: Apple TV, Fire TV, and Roku. Search Orange Television Network or OTN. OTN has its best shows, short films, and CitrusTV on demand. Family and friends can watch OTN too. Watch the live stream of OTN to catch live CitrusTV news, live from Studio B, and mornings on the Hill. On or off campus, watch OTN anywhere.
If you see news happening on campus, in Syracuse, or across the nation, call the Citrus TV newsroom, 315-443-1177, or tweet at Citrus TV News, your campus news leader.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. President Biden is trying to refocus attention on limiting the cost of prescription drugs. He's expected to speak on the issue in Virginia while promoting his party's candidates ahead of the upcoming midterm elections.
Lowering prescription drug prices has long been popular with voters. Biden's proposal includes capping insulin prices at $35 a month and allowing Medicare to negotiate with drug prices with drug makers.
And the libel trial between former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin and the New York Times is officially underway. The lawsuit revolves around a 2017 editorial that seemed to claim Palin's Political Action Committee was responsible for a 2011 shooting in Tucson, Arizona.
Palin must prove that the Times acted with actual malice when writing the editorial, as she is a public figure. However, the severity of the claim may provide enough evidence to sway a jury.
And new details confirm former Major League player Jeremy Giambi died last night. Giambi was found in his parents' house in Southern California. The 47-year-old played 6 seasons in the big leagues, most famously for the Oakland Athletics during their Moneyball era.
In a statement, the team said, quote, "We are heartbroken to learn of the passing of a member of our green and gold family, Jeremy Giambi," end quote. The cause of death is unknown at this time.
And the Dallas District Attorney's Office has issued arrest warrants for 2 police officers who injured citizens during protests against police brutality in 2020.
Senior Corporals Ryan Mabry and Melvin Williams have both been charged for multiple counts of aggravated assault as well as official oppression. Police say the officers are expected to turn themselves in to the Dallas County Sheriff's Department soon.
NATO continues to step up its military deployments with the U.S. and U.K. sending troops to their eastern flank. U.K. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has called the situation, quote, "the biggest security crisis that Europe has faced for decades."
Though Russia claims their drills in Belarus will end on February 20th, the White House sees the drills as an action that may escalate the situation.
Coming up after the break, a closer look at your weather and your 5-day forecast.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
From the Citrus TV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. Right now we take a look at your radar here in New York State. There's some snow around the area, but nothing major. And as we take a look closer to home, the snow is missing just out on Syracuse to the north and the south, but it's really not going to be affecting campus, and it's going to be completely clearing out of the central New York area by around 9, 10 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow, it's going to be a high of 48 and partly cloudy. Winds will go to be 10 to 20 miles an hour, but we're not going to reach the high of 48 degrees tomorrow until after 6 p.m. So here's another breakdown. Tomorrow we wake up at 9 a.m. It's a high of 32 degrees, going up to 40 at noon, then 45 at 6 p.m., and we still haven't hit that high of 48, which is probably not going to come till 8, 10 o'clock. So temperatures will be increasing throughout the day. There's also a slight chance of rain in the afternoon with the humidity. Now to our 5-day forecast. Tomorrow, as I said, is going to be 48, low of 37, partly cloudy. And then we start to see some cold air move into the area on Saturday. We're going to see some light snow, not that much of accumulation, but it's going to drop all the way down to 9 with a cold front. We start to see the colder temperatures return on Sunday, high of 19, low of 1. And the cold remains for Monday, high of 19, low of 10, partly cloudy. And then we see the snow come back on Tuesday. Probably only a couple inches of snow, nothing that significant. That's all I got for weather right now. I'll be back in just a bit I'll send it back over to you guys.
Thanks, Zach. And if you're out and about in this Syracuse weather, you may see some soon electric car charging stations popping up across the 315.
States have been given the go-ahead to build charging stations roughly every 50 miles along highways. Each station needs to have a minimum of 4 charging ports. And you know what is electric? It's the sports world right now.
Absolutely.
And our sports anchor, Trey Redfield, now joins us, getting ready to tell us what's going on, Trey.
Couldn't have said it better, Tyler. Coming up in sports, it's 4 consecutive wins for Syracuse men's hoops. But the Orange didn't get much firepower from someone on their starting 5, and they won't be for the rest of the season. Find out who was lacking on Tuesday and what Cuse will lack for the rest of the season when we return.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Tuesday night may have brought Syracuse men's basketball its 4th straight win, but it also brought a rough night for Jesse Edwards. Welcome into sports. I'm Trey Redfield. The junior fouled out, scoring no points in just 14 minutes. It's the first time Edwards has fouled out since Clemson on January 18th. Head coach Jim Boeheim said it best, Jesse cannot have a stat line like that.
Well, Jesse couldn't stand the game. He couldn't stand the game. I just thought, without when, Jesse, it hurts not having Jesse in there for sure. And their big guy just dominated Jesse completely.
It gets worse for Edwards. The team reported this morning the center fractured his wrist against the Eagles. Syracuse Athletics says Edwards is out for the rest of the season. The junior center averaged 12 points per game and 6.5 boards per contest. See who the Orange go to for answers down low at Virginia Tech. Tip-off on Saturday is set for 6. Join us for Orange Press Pass at 10 right here on OTN following SU's bout with VT. Let's head over to Los Angeles where Brad Klein joins us from Radio Row, getting us ready for the Bengals and Rams in Super Bowl 56. Brad, I hope you're wearing your sunscreen, my friend. Who was on your bucket list to interview during Media Week?
It's hard to say. A lot of really cool faces, really cool names that we grew up and we still do watch on TV. So it's just really neat to see Adrian Peterson walking around, Troy Aikman, Pat McAfee is here every day. Fingers crossed on Pat McAfee. I feel like he's the kind of guy you can just give a fist pump to in the middle of an interview, before the interview, after the interview. So maybe him, but also, I don't know, maybe Roger Goodell. A lot of stuff going around with the league, not just on the football field. So it'd be really great to get some insight there. But I don't know. TBD, all of the above. There's really no interview that I've been disappointed with yet.
Sunny and 87 today in LA. That's a combo I wish we had up here in the 315. Brad, let's put the scope on Sunday's matchup. who's going to be the big disappointment in the big game?
You know, I will say this. When it comes to the Bengals, their Achilles heel all season long has been the offensive line. And ironically, that was their Achilles heel last season. No one's really paying attention to that right now because they've overcome it in a way, winning the AFC and getting to the Super Bowl. But that's the type of thing that's going to plague them in this game, I think. So a lot of people are very high on Joe Burrow. Be careful there, because without an offensive line, what's going to happen to Joe Burrow? He's going to disappoint there. Remember what happened last season? Mahomes was spending the entire game on his back for Kansas City. Joe Burrow might be the same.
All right, Brad, one more. You're a Super Bowl MVP. Go.
I will say this. Not Joe Burrow. I can't just contradict myself. Probably not Matthew Stafford either. I feel like my dark horse for MVP is Odell Beckham Jr. And if you're a betting person, take the odds, right? Because Cooper Kupp is so important on one side of the field. Stafford has a great option in Odell Beckham Jr. The divisional round, he erupted with Kupp getting double teamed.
That's Brad Klein. Brad, thanks so much. Rams and Bengals do battle on NBC on Sunday night at 6:30. Let's go to the NBA, where James Harden is officially Philly-bound. This afternoon, the Nets traded the shooting guard and Paul Millsap to the 76ers for a pretty hefty package. 5 players involved. Philly gets Harden and Millsap, while Brooklyn picks up Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, and Andre Drummond. A couple of first-round picks in there as well. This year's first-round pick is unprotected, while the other is a protected first-rounder in 2027. The Nets splashed, the Knicks did not. They stayed put. Nobody on New York traded before the 3 o'clock deadline. Both teams are in action tonight. The Nets going down to our nation's capital to take on the Wizards at 7:30. The Knicks traveling to San Francisco to take on the Warriors at 10:30. Guys, back to you.
Trey, thank you so much. When we come back, Zach has one final look at your weather.
Superheroes? Just 4 brothers who hate bullies and love this city. Gear up, guys.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother,
Yes.
you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. Let's take a look at your wake-up weather for tomorrow. It's going to be 27 degrees when you wake up around 8 a.m. and partly sunny. Going to feel like 21. Guys, I'll send it back over to you.
Thanks, Zach. That's all the time we have today on Citrus TV News.
For more of the latest, follow us on Citrus TV News on Twitter and Instagram, or check out our website at citrustv.com.
For all of us here at Citrus TV News, I'm Liam Crowley.
And I'm Tyler Melito. Have a great night, Syracuse.